Let's go, 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 go. Regular Japan. So here we are in the Tekoryu bullshit again. So Rockfell has just finished her investigation into what's going on, and she says that the war with the Giganos has reached a stalemate with the Dragoons levelling the ploughing field. And fucking Saiga. Yeah, the Giganos haven't been doing much after mass production started, but Saiga thinks it's the calm before the storm because he's contrary. But yeah, they may decide to use their ace in the hole, the Mass Driver. Yeah, Saiga thinks how out of concern for the post-war they've only been using things to deter him. But Hiritsu, on the right there, says they might have no choice if things start going south, and it's their only way of turning things around. Saiga does say that letting the Giganos destroy key points on Earth with their rocks would make their job a little bit easier. And she asks about other Yore asks other bullshit work with Rockfell, and Rock says the Martian successors continue to fight the Federation around Mars and the terminal colonies, and the 100 demons are still building up their forces. They're watching how this will play out, and Saiga's like, yes, the same as us. And the Golfer are still continuing their hunt for the data weapons, and the Vegans is working on plans to destroy Magnate 10, and got Tokyo, Jupiter, and the Moon. And the Moon have sent some Dolems on our side of the barrier, but nothing huge really. And Rockfell says that the obstacles to us right now are the Federation, Giganos, the 100 Demons, and of course, the Zero Reimer. Saiga says, nah, don't worry about it. He says, he tells her not to forget about Seal and the Barbum Foundation. She says she's well aware of those organisations' control over Nerve and Terror, but they haven't made any visible opposition to the Tekoryu yet. And Saiga says that he takes them to be the real enemy. And Luran is like, ah yes, he noticed. Yes. But Yura says the Zero Reimer is their #1 enemy, and they have but to destroy it, and it will be simplicity itself to create their underworld onto the world. These guys are tech staff, like they are in regular Zero Reimer. They're like the big computer boys, right? King computer boys. And Luran says, yeah, but we can't make light of the other enemies either. I mean, there's the aliens, the demons, and of course Magnate 10, and they support the Zero Reimer's pilot. Yura says that the aliens haven't taken hostile action against them thus far, and the Hakai Robos can deal with the demons and Magnate 10, which is provably false, but you know. And but Laurent would prefer if they actually managed to capture the Zero Reimer instead of destroying it. And Yura's like, I made my decision perfectly clear. And he's like, yes, you did, but there's a lot we don't know about the dimensional coupling system. And it and that girl, Miku Hiromo, deserve a thorough analysis. Yura isn't particularly convinced, but Ritsu asks for another chance at getting rid of Zero Reimer. And Saiga's like, what, so you can come back with another defeat? And he's like, no way, only my Omzak of Thunder can fight Zero Reimer on even footing. Well, he doesn't know that at all, because they haven't even fucking turned it on yet. But Laurent objects to deploying it right now, because it's still not finished. No, they have like regular people doing it on the surface. These guys are in their underground super castle. But Saiga is like, I wonder if the Moon, Earth and Mountain actually stand a chance against Heaven. And Giso and Ritsu don't appreciate that kind of talk from someone who's not even turned his fucking robot on yet. But Saiga is at least certain that Ritsu could never win. And then before they start to throw down, Yura tells them to quit their bickering, which has a new mission. And as their plan enters its final stage. First, Giso will head to Japan and draw out Magnate 10. While that's going on, Rockfell will capture Miku and bring her here. Once the girl is taken, Ritsu has Yura's permission to destroy Zero Reimer, and he best not fail again. Underground supercastle then? No! You don't have to be a dwarf to have an underground supercastle. Luran isn't particularly pleased with that plan. He says that Burston of the Mountains and Dinodilos of Earth are siege-orientated robots, and they're not really good for fighting, like Magnate 10. And then Yura says, aren't you the one who wanted to study the dimensional coupling system in Miku? Why complain? And he's like, I do, but I think it's unwise to spend the forces on the verge of our endgame. But he has an idea, and there's someone to help with it, though. And Glingle, the same noise that happens whenever the Hokushin robots attack, and it's Hokushin. There it is. Learns hired Hokushin, and Yora recognizes him as another name of Hyokko Kusei, which is Polaris, the North Star. And via some stupid bullshit that Bruron doesn't care to translate, and obviously nobody does because it's Prince of Darkness, Hokushin just says, yes, I'm an emissary of the underworld. And she's like, yes, good, because that's what we call ourselves. That's very good that you say that. But you're a little annoyed that he would claim that, well, in her presence, but also impressed that he's got the balls to do so. But Hokushin figures that's what makes him suitable to work as her hand in the shadows. Saiga's all like, yeah, alright, this guy's not from the Earth Sphere, though. Remnant of the Jovian Federation. And Hokushin just looks and he's an idiot. And Lauren's like, yeah, he's really good, though. He'll intercept Magnate 10 and get them all conboobled, and then the 3 Hakushu robots can carry out the Empress's will. And Yura's like, well, you trust him enough to have him brought into our castle and not murder us all, so yeah, go on, do it. The Fire and Ice Water is dead. Yeah, they did survive longer than they did in the series. Like, they got to go out twice instead of just once. No, the one with nukes is good at siege, but it's not good at fighting really fast robots that come up and stand right on top of it and punch its face in, right? But then afterwards, Laran asks Hokushin what he's really up to, and Hokushin just says it's to divert Magnate 10 and destroy Heaven. And with that, buy time for the Martian successors, and he and his people are after a certain man in our crew. But Laran is like, I don't know. But if that was the end of that, he and his men would have attacked Magnate 10 by themselves. Why get in touch with the Tekoryu? And Hokushin just refuses to answer and says, you need to pay your 2-year-old debt. And he's like, yeah, I employed your group to help restore the Tekoryu castle, but that's neither here nor there now. And then Hokushin is mysterious, and he says, marionette spawn of man's craft. The outcome of your games is patently clear. Which is important that he's calling the marionette spawn of man's craft. Lorani is like, oh, so you know what Masaki Kihara was up to? And then Hokushin's like, anyway! He's leaving for Japan to go annoy us, and once the Tekoryu feel the time is right, then they can send the Hakushu. And then Hokushin internally is like, well, now I know where Tekoryu Castle actually is because they invited me in. Now all that's left is... Hey look, it's Far. So, here's Far talking to Camille, and Camille's fully healed up, and he's ready to leave. Can't stay bedridden forever. And Far doesn't want to see him do this after what happened last time. He crashed a plane into a man and was in a coma for a very long time. And it took him so long to recover, but Camille says that's exactly because of what happened that he needs to go. You said that, now you're just going to get punched in the face, like 6 feet up in the air. But he says he has a history, he thinks that history's about to repeat itself. And despite what he knows is Far's best efforts to keep the news from him, he found out what's going on just from turning on the TV at the hospital and looking at the internet. He knows that Judo and friends are fighting too. And Far apologises for keeping it from him. And he's like, nah, I know you're just looking out for me, but he's got to get out there. For the sake of Far, Judo's crew, and everybody who died. And he wants to know what that man is truly thinking. And if you can't bring a war to a close this time, then he'll never truly be free of Soroko and Haman's ghosts. And Far would like to join him on the Nehalagama, but Kim's like, please, Far, don't. You shouldn't force yourself to fight anymore. And he'd like her to leave the AUG and go someplace safe. But she's like, no way, dude. I want to stay as close as possible to you. Even if she's not piloting a mobile suit anymore, she wants to do whatever she can to help him, Judo, Bright, and everybody else. And in exchange, she asks him to step down as a mobile suit pilot once this is all over. And he's like, yeah, alright, sure. And he's gonna go out, plead his case to the army, and get uplifted to the Nehalagama. But the door opens, and Mr. Goat comes in. He says, like, entirely unnecessary. And you are... And he says, Goat Hori. And he says he's an employee of a certain lunar company. And Anaheim, or Nurgle? No, Nurgle. And then this guy's here because he has something to give, Camille. And then at Gear Headquarters. Shibuya heard about the bullshit that went down at Neo Tokyo 3, and it was especially weird how the god voice was the key to freeing the Ava and the Raz-Ephon. But it seems clear to Shibuya and Bright that those three machines have some sort of connection. Yeah, Bright's certain that the three of them will hold tremendous sway on the outcome of our future battles, but he's got, like, it's just a hunch because he's Bright, right? But the Federation's putting together its counter-offensive against the Giganos, which is called Operation Moonraker. So it's time to go home. And we're going to patrol Japan, pick up a few odds and ends of the process to get ready to go blow everything up. And then Aqua, Rain, Eris, and Ruri have been running tests with different energies, photon energy, Geta rays, Daimo light, neutron terminus energy, which is all the shit that Aqua listed, trying to figure out which actively attracts the data weapons, but nothing particularly stands out. And the creatures react to the energy's presence, but nothing like, oh wow. I mean, there's Armor, and Bright is in his Char's counter-attack version, and the news there, but that's the closest we get to running into a Char's counter-attack character. Yeah, but Eris thinks we're looking for some different energy then, meaning we might need to expand the scope of the tracking program. Beep, 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 beep. And Rory asks for all the data weapon stuff, but not just recently, she wants everything in the past 20 years. And we're in surprise they've been around that long, but Eris says that while they've been more frequent nowadays, there are older records of it happen. And Rory fiddles and sees that the first time was 17 years ago, and Hoshimi Town is the place with the highest number of incidents, which makes sense because that's where Dendo was, if not for the fact that it was powered down until recently. And Char's counter-attack Char, I mean, I like that dude died, like Char died in the 1 year war. And then, yeah, Rory doesn't think that's a coincidence and thinks there's something in Hoshimi that drew them there, and beyond the Dendo over the past 17 years. And Eris has an idea. And then Kazuya's noticed some stiffness and awkwardness in Dendo's moves. Not much, but he's an expert, so he noticed it. Hokuto asks if that means he and Ginga aren't working too well, but Inoue and Domon think it's just a difference in fighting technique. And the Dendo's basic moves, the motion pattern is off of Ginga's Shorinji Kempo, and Hokuto's having to pick that up just by watching and imitating, which isn't the usual way you learn martial arts, but Kazuya is like, you're pretty good synchro, like, considering you're both like 5 or whatever. But Inoue says their good teamwork is one of the reasons that Dendo's so strong. So Ginga figures the best way to improve is to get Hokuto to learn Kempo. And Hokuto's like, that seems pretty good, but do we have time? I mean, I'm wearing a jumper and a tie, and I'm 5. But we just have to make do. And luckily, we've got a lot of really good martial artists to help teach that boy. Domon says actual practice is the best way to pick it up, and Kazuya's more than willing to take up that job. And Ginga's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna learn from Domon, but also Kazuya Ryuzaki. And then Hokuto is like, should I go put on a gi then? He's like, no, we're gonna use Dendo. And then Ginga's like, duh, jeez, he's gonna beat the shit out of me. And this is chapter 24, The Doors to the Underworld. Like hating this project or something like that, but anyway. Hokuto's worried because he's going to go up against Daimos, it's going to be the shit out of him. Ginga says, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. He loves to get beat up. And Hokuto's like, you look happy. He's like, of course I can! Having Kazuya Ryuzaki as a sparring partner and Domon as a coach is any martial artist would kill for that. And the Hokuto is grateful for the situation. This is something you should do in preparation for the tougher battles ahead. And Ginga's like, alright, psych yourself up then. We're gonna take on Kazuya Ryuzaki and the Daimos. And Kazuya is ready, so here we go. Yeah, with his 6 nano weapons, I mean, he's only got 2, so he's currently 4 short of being able to win currently, based on your metric. Just beat the shit out of him. Here we go, Daimos. 5 shooter. 楽勝楽勝楽勝 Now I'm thinking of that lady in Jinja who just says that all the time. So 楽勝楽勝 And then, hey Ginga, don't hold anything back there. Put your back into those punches. Okay. Focus your chi into your second chakra and aim not as your opponent's body, but behind him. Meaning we should punch like we're trying to run the opponent through? That's right. And then Saisashi, whoa, Hokuto's got some good intuition for someone who's just been watching and learning. He's as talented as Ginga. Gotta be in his blood. I reckon he must come from a real ass-kicking family. I don't know. From what I heard, his dad's a TV announcer and his mum works at a coffee shop. Either way, if those two persist with their training, they'd make for fine Gundam fighters. Don't you mean gear fighters? Come on now, keep throwing those punches. Yeah! Daimos Shaft. Section stuff and then the big old blowing them up. I'm not gonna let him do it, absolutely not. Got him. You can't stop me. So kantanni. Yeah, we did it. Kazuya likes what he sees and Ginga's like, hell yeah, I love to be taught by everybody. This is rad. And then Hokuto says that Ginga's been a fan of him and Domon since this ever began. But Ginga's not satisfied with just being a fan. He's gonna be a comrade now, and he says, once I'm all grown up, I'll be ending the Colonial Tournament and making it a 3-way rivalry between me, Kazuya, and Domon. And he's like, that's the spirit. Keep on training and grow stronger so you can protect what matters to you. So when people have something or someone like that, they bring out their full strength. So Ginga asks, well, what's Kazuya's thing? And then Hokuto, he's like, you dummy, it's Erika. But Kazuya's not mad over the fumble on that one. He'll be saving her sooner or later, because he swore an oath. But, Glingle Pingle. Hey look, some butters. Great, brilliant. Good old Martian successors, great. And they're not supposed to be acting anywhere near the Earth, but Kazuya thinks that this may mark the start of that, so they're not boson jumping, at least. Yeah, Domon, George and Sai are going to be going to call everybody up, so it's Kazuya and the kids got to hang on for a bit. Hokuto's worried that the successors are setting plans in motion, but Kazuya thinks that they're here for Daimos. And he says he'll handle most of them while Dendo covers the town. And then Ginga and Hokuto don't like the idea of letting Kazuya fight by himself, but he's like, nope, we need to beat the mooks over there. And inwardly it's like, if the successors are after Daimos, then a certain someone is sure to appear. Well, I mean, the town looks pretty protected to me right now, considering that they're coming over here to beat the fuck out of me. Oh, look at that, we're all just up again. No one ever thinks. No, that's what they just said. They always think of the poor lady, and that's why they're so powerful. I like to remind you that people saw these things and went, "Oh yeah, the lizards from Mars." Yeah, absolutely. This dude used up his ammo. Fucker. Ooh. You see this shit? He used up his ammo in the cutscene. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you jerk. Absolute shitbag. Must be a plot device. What is that? I mean, it's what Maria and Sayaka both want. Oh, look at that thing, yeah. Definitely a Jovian lizard. That's what we call insects. On Jupiter. I can't believe he used up 50% of his good move energy. What a fucking asshole. Absolute shitbag. Yeah, that's why Spider-Man never tells Mary Jane or Aunt May that he's Spider-Man. Because otherwise this shit would happen to him all the time. If you go into it knowing what the deal is, no good. Spaces could look like from wherever the fuck they want because they're from space. They've still got to be lizards. Otherwise, what's the point of taxonomic fucking definitions? Everyone's hanging the big boy. Those can change planet to planet? Yeah, but when it's the Earth people calling them that. That's not how translation works. Oh yes, this is 6 fucking legged lizard with a carapace and insect mandibles and a separate head and thorax fucking thing. It was all propaganda. There was no lizards involved, which is why I refuse to call it the Lizard War. Sounds like lizards? Yeah, we've already covered you jokers. Don't know shit about fuck. You prefer for everyone to call my piss but no! Because he's not a bug either! He's neither of those things. should have just called them Jovians instead of lied about them. But that's not the military-industrial complex, is it? To tell the truth about shit. Time for your tinfoil anime hats. Hee Fingers good. Uh oh, more baddies showing up. And unfortunately, backup's still not here. And hey look, it's Camille in a certain special robot that we went out of our way to get. It's the DJ. And he's like, wow, Jovian guy's here, that's weird. Situation's worse than he thought. Hokuto doesn't recognise this guy, and Kid was like, oh okay. Those guys obviously belong to Bright's team. Who the heck are you? And he says, I'm Camille Vedan. I'm here to help. And then, because he's like, wait, Camille. I heard of that name from Captain Bright in Judo, the original pilot of the Zeta Gundam. He's like, yeah, but it took Scott away. Now we gotta fight. I can get you a DJ. Hell yeah, he did. Ding, doo 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 ding. So the Vulcan cannon, the beam rifle, the bazooka, the beam saber. It doesn't have the cool rad shit, but that'll do. Don't die, Camille. Yeah, he shows up in Urugas, which we have also as well, but he got this. Yes, and so the Bruno review, Stodgy is the new title of the Funsaiki God Gundam for longest movement, and it's as powerful as the Hakushiki Kai, but all of his weapons have S ranks on all terrains except for water, so big damage boost on everything that is in the sea, and its strong attack hits as hard as fin funnels, and it's cheap. Zeta and Double Zeta are stronger, but the DJ is rad as hell all the same. Kick. Yeah, it doesn't have the Naginata, but it's got a rad sword. Time to beat up the Katombo. Double Blizzard. Better than you in all aspects. It's fucking wild. What's the new for then? If you don't get this. It's got the eye field and the super long range funnels, but the DJ dodges, so he doesn't need the eye field anyway, right? And the new's got a shield. And does the DJ have a shield? Yeah, the DJ's got a shield too. The DJ's red, it turns out. The DJ's just good. Daimo kick. But yeah, this now means we've got enough robots for everybody in the UC thing to have one now, right? Yeah, like the DJ is as fast as the God Gundam on Funsaiki, so he doesn't need mega range because it's up in your face, messing you up, and it has S ranks everywhere all the time. It's really fucking good. Like now we can put the missing Double Zeta person in the Rugas we've got, and then we can just swap out. Yeah, I can put Mondo and exactly. At least now Ryu can sit in a robot and just like not be deployed. Like, at least she's not like, man, they just really fucking hate me, I guess. But Camille would be in the Zeta because he's the only one who can crash it into things. Because he's the only one with fucking PTSD. And nobody else wants to get it. They're not dick boats! It's fucked up. Yeah, here's the boy. S rank in space, A mobility everywhere, can fly. Camille's fucking rad because he's Camille. He's got revenge. He's got revenge, which is normally what his ace bonus is in other games. Weird. He's still got 1 to 8 on the bazooka, right? So you've never seen a boat that looks more like a dick. But I think he needs to go and see more boats. Slaps you with the sword. People say it was free to, yeah, turns out that unit you gotta put actual effort into getting is really good. It's free! Absolutely free! Might put Quattro in it, because Quattro likes to punch things more than Amuro does. But Amuro does love weird robot outfits, right? He loves them. Loves weird robots. Okay, now you've got to stay there, my dude. It's free damage. No, you've got to stay there because I can't trust the bad boys not to attack you. Or rather, not to attack my new best friend, Camille Vedan. He's a man and he's got a man's name. Bo's on jump. So it's the guys from Amaterasu and Kyoto showing up, and Kazuya spots Hokushin's Yattenko leading the pack, and this guy's like, "Oh yes, yes." And Hokushin says he's impressed at Kazuya's willingness to forget his woman and put himself into a new battle, and Kazuya's mad as Kisama. Like, what the hell is this guy? And he says that Hokushin's the one who stopped him from rescuing Erika. But Hokushin says that she's well taken care of, after all, she's a VIP. And not only with the Barmians, but the Federation as well. And he says, and obviously, for Kazuya, if he wants to save Erika, he'd do well to surrender. They want his mech and the Daimyo light. And he's like, no way, dude. Fuck you. He's like, well, I guess I'll kill the woman then. was like, this man, his cowardly tactics. But Kazuya calls his wife, he's like, yeah, alright then, fucking, sure, go on, fucking do it. And then Giga's like, hey Kazuya, you sure you should be saying shit like that? And Kazuya is like, yeah, absolutely, knowing that me and Eric are prepared to die for this, and as long as she's alive, I will find a way to rescue her. And then Hokushin, you're as stubborn as that man, I see. But Kazuya says it's not his stubbornness, it's an oath he made. And Hokushin sees no problem in killing him first. Kazuya says, yeah, fucking try, Hokushin. You don't have what it takes to break that oath. We should talk about this video, fuck him all up if he accidentally. Yes. Yes, he will. Hokushin's extremely fucking rude. Ain't gonna hit us. All you need is Valor and Strike to beat that guy. And also upgrades, which is why Camille is not gonna fucking touch him. Oh good, here comes the Bop Stealer. It's Tankawa Akato? And then Akato Tankawa. Oh yeah, that's the guy from the Disguise. So even Camille fucking knows this dude is Akato. And then Hokushin isn't surprised to see him here, but he does wonder why he's here. And he says, you know where your woman is? Yes? But Akato can't just ignore this man. And Hokushin says, well, if you're going to throw yourself into the fire. But Hokushin says he doesn't have time to deal with Akato right now. But Akato doesn't give a shit. And Hokushin's like, alright then, fine. Try and carry out your long-awaited vengeance. And Akato's like, I wasn't waiting for you to give me permission, dude. That is a student we don't get to control, still. SSB. Camille's good. He's Judo, but better at dodging. And Judo's tankier boy. That's usually the difference between them, because one of them's in the dodgy boy and one of them's in the fat boy. From V to W, how long is it going to take for Akira to be slightly less Batman? W. Fucking blew that dude up, straight up. Blammo. He's dead. Died. I thought. Too naive. I can't believe Camille is the voice of Sableye and Orangula in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Of course he is. Have you fucking seen Sableye? You're getting dunked on by Mega Jared. And then Mega Camille making a face. As expected, only you can do it, Dendo. Just gonna fight that guy. Yeah, like V's Hokushin is probably the rudest Hokushin, like in a vacuum. But like in the actual game, like he's kind of a fucking pushover because V. But like he's easier to he's way weaker in W. Yeah, that's a big crystal. Yeah, it's his crystal. He's got a big one now. You can't touch him. You try and do shit to him, it bounces back, and then he goes, I'm shitty. Hate that dude. He's the worst. He's fucking Captain Gordon in Disgaea as well. Fucking Alchemy. He's also Steve Carell in a lot of things. Sam Rockwell in Iron Man 2. He's Ozymandias in Watchmen. Love that dude and his voice, he's good. Distortion field holding. Hado. Nice work. Fucking exploded. Now there's these two boys who are gonna go at it because they're the worst.
ディストーションフィールド最大出力。
He's like Gowron, but not even as cool as that dude. And that dude's not even that cool, but he is rad. Denkawa Akito. Could do. You know what? Fuck it. Do the big move, dude. Just hit this dude because I hate him. I hate the whole pushing game. Freezer Storm. Fire Blizzard. Machine combo. You know what? Pretty good. For a big move, nice. From a large man on a small man with the powerful barrier, doing half of his health in a game where he has 1,000,000 health. Finally, the gang show up. Melee 10 show up. Alright. Bright side, that mobile suit. Linda says, based on the code, it's an AUG unit. AUG? And Bright says, request anyone? He's like, no, I didn't. And he's like, hey, hi, Quattro, it's me. And he's like, Camille Binan. And he was like, wow, really? Camille? Like, how you doing? Do you know? It's been a long time since he saw him, and he wonders if he should really be piloting again. And Camille says he's alright, thanks to Judo and his friends. And then, talking to Amuro and everybody else is going to have to wait until this is all wrapped up, though. Ryoko and Sabaroda spot Akito, and she keeps yelling, and he keeps ignoring her because he's a jerk. And she's like, what the hell is he ignoring us? But Uri tells everyone to deploy, and so we will deploy. We get 15 boys and girls. I mean, you've got to bring the Cellfire. And I've got to bring the Valkyrie because that lady doesn't have any shit. I'm not bringing it. I'm not bringing it. I want a double God finger.